Now, other interesting cultural news, you have a vegan raw food influencer dies. So vegan influencer Zahana Zamasova, she died from, of course, starvation and exhaustion. If only there was some type of common sense, logic, or nutritional label facts that would have prevented this. Now, of all the ridiculous topics and all the ridiculous things I've heard of for influencers, which I find that profession, and even calling it a profession is skeptical in and of itself, but of all the topics and things people could be proclaiming, this is perhaps the most useless, moronic thing possible. Culture, literally just starving yourself of vital nutrients. Again, you don't see a lot of pictures of salads on cave wall paintings. And now, I'm not saying to never eat a carrot. I mean, I like organic beef, and I actually eat between 12 servings of vegetables a day, because I blend them up, add a little protein powder, so not a bad snack or a pre-workout. But yeah, I would say most people can benefit from things like meat, a little bit of dairy. But no, this influencer was against it. This gal, and again, if you're watching on YouTube, you see if this is a highlight, you'll see a thumbnail. I'm looking at different softwares to incorporate the images into this as well, seeing if I can do it either pre or post production. And again, if you take time to subscribe to the channel, that helps us build and get more resources so we can eventually make those more seamless. So we are evaluating that, and I appreciate everyone's patience as we get better over time. Now, this vegan influencer apparently lived off of a diet entirely of fruit, juices, and sunflower seeds while living in Malaysia. Now, you saw this with Steve Jobs, who, again, he was brilliant from a business perspective. Business brilliance were through the wazoo. He invented a whole category that didn't even exist. But he went through a fruit diet, and he lost a lot of weight, not healthily wise, but eventually he had to start eating real food again. And again, I'm a big fan of, if I had all the money in the world, I would have organic fresh fruit every day. If I was a millionaire, I'd have that on the counter. But to only have that one food category, we have literally eons of data that says that is not a prudent thing to do. And yet she was eating exotic fruits, juices, sunflowers. And again, if you look at the pictures, she looks completely deficient of malnutrition and intelligence, but mostly also the lack of any nutritional value. And ironically enough, she was trying to do a bicep pose, and it was just terrible. Now, in terms of talking to the people who knew her, who I was about to say had the privilege of her in her life, I can't imagine she was fun to eat around. Although, don't get me wrong, it is sad when most people pass, but this is such a Darwinism award. Now, it looks like, quote, a few months ago in Sri Lanka, she already looked exhausted with swollen legs and oozing lymph, unquote. And this is according to an unidentified friend, which I wouldn't be surprised since, I don't know how many friends want to, quote unquote, dunk, or which is, I think that's if you look at Urban Dictionary, I believe is a pejorative term when you insult someone when they're already down or something like that. However, hopefully in this case, people will see it and they'll be warned, like, for the love of God, do not have this type of diet. Consult a doctor, preferably one you trust, and find what's right for you. More often than not, I would recommend a steak or salmon, but that's just me. Now, they also had another quote from another friend that says, quote, they sent her home to seek treatment, however she ran away again. When I saw her in Phuket, I was horrified, unquote. Or perhaps it's Phuket, Phuket. A little bit more exotic than Iowa, so above my pay grade, perhaps. But just goes to show you, her family was also concerned about this. And it obviously was not good for her. I don't know if she's addicted to social media. I mean, it sounds like that was her main job, or she's an influencer, but a lot of people become addicted to their shtick or their spiel, so to say. And if only she ate a steak off camera, I can't help but be concerned. This also, from a cultural perspective, you have social media reinforcing negative behaviors. And if social media was feeding her millions upon millions of views for this unhealthy diet, she did not have much of an incentive to stop, especially if that was her only form of income at the time. So it's also concerning from a cultural perspective and technological perspective. What is the AI and what is the algorithms? What are they pushing? It'd be nice if they push this channel, but I digress. I might be a little biased. It's also a point of concern to see, I always tell people, you want to look at the most data possible, whether it's political commentary or dietary. Look at all the sides of the equation because you get the most information, you have more informed decision and opinion. And it is interesting to see that there are influencers for this category, And it did not work out, of course. So, of course, I guess the reminder of the day is consult with a good doctor, a good personal doctor, and make a good diet for yourself. Now, I want to especially thank everyone for taking the time to tune in. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click that subscribe button. Every time you do that, you help the channel grow and develop and be able to get more resources to increase our capabilities for the softwares. So you maybe put some pictures up as we try to make them better and better. Also, don't forget to take the time to like and actually comment on the video. The feedback has also made the show a lot better. And also, finally, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.